Columbus, Nebraska. I know it says Lincoln on here, but from Columbus, I ran into an old friend. He said that there's a whole group of Columbus folks here to support Gil Martinez.
You can hear him right now, probably.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the lightweight championship title fight, scheduled for 3 4-minute rounds, and brought to you tonight by Bud Light. Introducing first, fighting out of the big brain blue corner is a striker, standing 6 feet even, weighing in at 156.8 pounds, holding a record of 4 wins and 3 defeats, with 2 of the wins coming by way of knockout. Representing Porcelli's MMA in Des Moines, Iowa, here is Brok Hopwood. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of the Nebraska Lottery red corner, is a mixed martial artist, standing 6 feet even, weighing in at 158 pounds, holding a record of 4 wins and 2 defeats, with 1 of the wins coming by way of knockout. Representing Skywalker 101 Boxing and Scott Martin Jiu-Jitsu, and fighting out of Lincoln, Nebraska, Gil Martinez. Your referee in charge of the fight, Derek Meyer.
All right. First title fight of the night, first of 4 to come.
They got a high bar to clear if they want to meet some of the best fights of the night, Caleb. I'll tell you that much.
We're at 10 finishes, 1 decision. I mean, let's see what happens here.
Let's get it done. Let's see Gil working off that jab early. Teeping, jabbing, trying to keep that distance. Jabs to the body, right hand over the top. There we go, hook cross. Gil right here getting his head off the center line really well. Brok, though, not backing down to the pressure.
Brok landed those low calf kicks pretty well.
Oh, with a big right hand there.
You gotta bait him, Gil. You gotta bait him. He's gonna fire back.
Kick to the body.
Yeah, Gil's going to want to show some more feints, you know, get him thinking about what's coming next.
Yeah, that's a good point. He's just following through on everything.
He's also kind of just following him around the cage. He wants to make sure his footwork is in place to where he can cut that cage off and not let Brok circle out every time. Because he's getting Brok on his back foot. He's just letting him move wherever he wants to, though. He's got to cut that cage off.
Both guys really quick, too. Fast fighters.
Very fast. Speed is on both of their sides.
Oh, good left hook by Gil.
There you go. Good counter by Brok, though. Constantly on the defensive and then coming right in on that offensive. A little bit of a feel out by Brok right there.
Yeah, he's just trying to touch him, it looks
Yeah,
like.
he's just trying to show him some looks. That way he can work off that and, you know, give him some other more deadly looks. Like right there.
Both fighters swinging for the fences.
Yeah.
They both narrowly escaped.
Solid kickboxing match so far. Big shots from both fighters. There we go. Brok looking to body lock.
Yeah, Brok is doing a really good job of mixing it up and giving him a bunch of different looks.
I agree, 100%. Even though he's got him on that back foot, I really don't see Brok like losing this fight right now.
Yeah.
You know, it's a very even matchup.
Another good kick to the body.
Big shots, big hooks by Brok. A lot of power shots from him. He'll feel out, throw those little touching shots, and then he'll, you know.
Yeah, really technical.
Yes. They're staying tight in their guard. They're not overextending on their shots. They're staying real composed until they get in the pocket, and then they're just swinging.
Low kick.
I know how those feel. At least he remembered his cup today, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, absolutely.
Mandatory. We got Gil's team over here right now telling him to counter Brok's counter, which is not bad advice. Brok's been countering almost every offense that Gil's brought so far. And so if he can be first and third.
Oh, yeah. Replay smoked him right in the cup.
Right in them, dude.
No doubt about it.
Got to be careful of those family jewels.
Yeah, that was pretty clear cut.
That was pretty.
Well, and in a pretty ego-driven sport, I mean, I actually respect fighters who take your time.
Exactly.
You get hit, you get the time, use it.
You don't got to get right back in there. That's just, it's just, we get it. You're tough. You're in the cage, Take your time.
You got nothing else to prove. You're already out there doing it.
You're already in there,
Yep.
Big shots coming from both sides. Again, Gil Martinez's corner telling him he's got to be first and third. You got to start. You got to back up, counter.
And both fighters look like they got a good rest in.
Yeah, there you go.
That break.
They're just throwing shades of Don Fry and Pride, just trading shots.
Yes, sir. I don't know. I've been wrong before. I was wrong in the past, but the way these guys are throwing, I don't see this going the distance.
You don't see this going the distance?
I don't see it. I don't know. We'll see if Nostradamus can strike here.
That's
but I don't know.
Saying. Hey, if both of them stay as defensively sound as they've been while being as offensive as they've been, I could see this going to decision.
Yes, sir.
Getting a knockout.
I could see it. They're just swinging for the fences on these. If one of these land, it's over.
Come on, let's see it. Oh, big shots from both fighters. I guess Brok's still giving him that grappling look. He'll give him one or two shots upstairs, maybe throw a leg kick in, and then he's diving for those hits.
Yeah.
It's beautiful mixing it up.
Snap on that body kick there from Brok.
He keeps reaching for that clinch too. The second Gil drops his head, he'll reach out for that Muay Thai clinch with both hands.
10 seconds remaining, round one.
Like he's looking for a knee upstairs or something. There you go. Big one, too, right there. You saw he got the second Gil dropped his head. Brock's hands were on top of that head, looking for something right up the middle.
Coming up next. Once again, this
Gil
fight is
limping back to
sponsored
his corner.
by
Those calf kicks
Bud
might be
Light.
paying off, in fold.
Most definitely. And yeah, I mean, just super competitive fight, and even with the break there, I mean, that felt like 2 rounds. I
Really
said
did.
round one. I'm like, I can't believe it's still round one.
That's what I'm saying. That was round one. I need to go to the doctor, get my memory checked. Let's see it. Let's see them come out for round 2. I love this fight so far.
Yeah, it's a great fight so
Good
far.
fight.
I wonder what adjustments. That's the part that is always so interesting to me. Is what advice are the cornermen giving there? What adjustments need to be made? I mean, from a fighter's perspective, they're probably not trying to deviate from the game plan too much. Or what advice do they typically? What do those adjustments look like?
It's really whatever game plan you come in with. It's got to work on the fly. Whatever your opponent shows you, you got to be able to give them a look that's going to counter that in some way. You can't really just go maintain a game plan that's not really working for you.
Gotcha.
You got to listen to your coaches, and you got to be able to make those changes on the fly.
So if you're making an obvious mistake, or your opponent, like your coach picks up on a trend or something like that, they're going to let you know that.
If your opponent makes a read on you, you don't want to do that same thing again, because they're going to counter. They're going to slip right hand if you're throwing a jab to telegraph.
Good combo by Gil.
I will tell you, I don't think these boys are worried about telegraphing anything. They're swinging in the pocket.
With the speed that each of them have, it's just who's the first to get there.
That's what I'm saying. And the first one to land like that right there, I really think that's the one to win right here.
Good
Bang,
combo.
bang. Gil with great pressure on their feet. I'd love to see him mix in a takedown there somewhere, because Brok is just, he's got him back up against the cage. Shoot him for those hits. Amaya over here telling Gil he's got to fake that takedown and come right upstairs. I don't hate that advice. Because again, Brok, he keeps getting backed up against the cage by Gil, and Gil keeps peppering him with these shots.
And to your point, when Gil starts shooting for the body, Brok kind of drops his hands or maybe starts looking for a clinch.
Exactly, and if you come up over the top of that, if they're not seeing it, that's a devastating shot to eat. Not many can.
Straight right, Gil, straight right.
Both of these boys doing a great job of anchoring down, though, and just swinging in the pocket. Neither wanting to take a back step. There we go.
Both fighters slowing down a little bit, reading their opponent here.
Gil with a little bit of crimson coming out of the nose.
Yeah, he's leaking.
I wonder if that's affecting his breathing at all. And he's still hammering that leg he was limping on between the rounds.
Yep, great observation there. Yeah,
he's made that read and he knows. Yeah, he just got to keep. Gil with a phenomenal lead hook. Got him a little dazed there. Brok again with that grappling look. Ooh, big knee up the middle from Gil.
Frame on the face.
See, if Gil wants to get out here, he's got to put his head on the other side, and he's got to get an underhook. If he wants him off that leg, he's getting too tall. He's got to drop those hips. There we go.
Gil's corner in urging him to use his right arm as a frame under the head to prevent the takedown.
Phenomenal advice from the corner. Let's see if Gil can implement that.
Turned him around here.
There we go. Good stuff on Gil. Drops, but Brok still with those underhooks, able to pull him back up. He's fighting it. He's fighting it. He transitioned to a single. He just got to pull that into his chest and run the pipe. Brok with a solid underhook there, pulling him up.
Hey, you can separate deep and dump it. You can separate and strike here.
There we go. Gil transitioning to a body lock again. Oh. There we go. Looking for that outside trip, Gil is. Got a little Yoda speak for you there.
All right.
Brok still hammering that lead leg. We'll see how we'll see how Gil walks to his corner after this round, see if that poker face fades a little bit. Ooh, throwing that other leg. He wants those leg kicks back.
Oh, Gil ate a right hand there from Brok, snuck it up the middle.
He's not liking those leg kicks. That wasn't a great check from Gil. Still checked it, but you can tell those are taking their toll. There we go. Mixing up body, head, Gil. There we go. Good body kick. Good getting out of the way by Gil there. All right.
Wow.
Phenomenal round two.
These guys, these are just like, this is just like the taller version of Zayden Edwards and Noah Ulrich. I mean, very evenly matched, very, similar skill set, similar physique. This could be anyone's fight at this point.
If I were to say there's any deviation from that comparison, Gil's not really showing the takedown look all that much, but Brok, he's really mixing it up, getting his hands in there, getting those leg kicks in there and mixing up those body locks. Yeah. Really trying to hammer home that this is MMA. We got to have a diverse skill set to really control fights.
Definitely.
And Gil, good on him. He's doing a great job of mixing it up to the body, coming back upstairs. Eating those leg kicks, showing that poker face, not letting Brok know that, man, these are really debilitating me right now.
And so far, overall, it feels like Brok has dictated the way that the fight has gone.
I agree.
For the most part.
Even though he's been on his back foot most of the time, I don't see him really submitting control, because he's still countering really well off of his back foot, which isn't something you see really a lot in amateur MMA. Not a lot of people can fight moving backwards. Brok is doing a great job, though, of moving back, and then when he wants to counter, planting and just throwing.
Yes, sir.
So we'll see if he continues that in this round right there. Good job.
Third and final round.
Good jab cross. Gil looking ginger on that lead leg. I think he was kind of, skipping around there. Still throwing that leg, though.
Straight right hand to the head.
And Brok has finishing power. Let's not forget, 2 of his 4 wins have come way of a KO or TKO. He's been there before, done that.
I mean, both these guys got phenomenal finishing power, both with KOs on their record.
Yes, sir.
This fight could realistically go very either way here. There we go. Good inside leg kick. Big knee. I told you he wants that Muay Thai clinch when Gil's not paying attention, when he's going low, and he wants to bring knees up the middle right there. Boom. Wow. He wants that Muay Thai clinch.
Straight punches, Gil. Straight punches.
Right there, reaching for the clinch again, throwing big hooks off of it.
Straight punches, Gil.
Good advice from Gil's coach, Danny Molina. Says, keep it simple, 1, 2, 3. Keep it simple,
Gotta
1, 2, 3.
keep it simple. You got to mix it up, though. I mean, keeping it simple doesn't mean, stick to boxing. There we go. Good slip on that elbow from Gil, and Brok here with the takedown look again. Deep on that single, transitioning to a body lock, I think.
Frame with that left. Get your head lower than this. Don't let him get in true position. He's grabbing the cage.
Got his hands locked, grabbing the cage again.
Yeah, he's all over the cage.
Right, he's grabbing that cage. Got Skywalker out here calling the ref out a little bit.
This ref has done a really, really good job tonight.
All these refs have done a phenomenal job tonight, but
Yeah,
can't take everything, got to miss everything. Oh, he almost grabbed the cage there again, Brok. Got to keep those hands out of the cage. There you go. He's putting a frame up. He's trying to get those hips back to the cage so you can get a foot under him, stand up.
Yeah, Gil doing a good job of trying to climb up there and suffocate those legs and control his hips.
If Gil wants to keep him on the ground, though, he's got to wrap around those legs and yank his back off the wall and put him flat on his back. The longer his back's on that cage, he's getting stuck in between the pipe there.
He is stuck between the pipe.
That is a hilarious oversight.
I've never seen that before.
Me neither.
Oh, his whole shoulder's under the pipe. Wow.
Gil's still big on that body lock, though. Really looking for that takedown. I think this is the first time we've seen Gil go for that takedown in this fight.
He's got to pull his hips out from under him.
He does, and he's got to get his hips under Brok's if he wants to have any success with this takedown.
He keeps getting a lock. He's got his hands locked up. He's got to pull his hips into him. Yeah, get his hips under.
He's got to wait until Brok either fully stands up or just gives him his hips, because Brok's hips are really low right now.
Final minute of the round.
He's got to pull that Brok's feet out from under him and start dragging him to the center.
Right,
and then drive that shoulder into his chest. There you go. Gil still real deep on those hips here with 35 seconds left in the round. He's got that back ankle. I think he's gonna try and run the pipe here. No, he's just still fighting it. Brok's got that arm, looking for something with it. Just trying to get up. Big elbows. I think those might be the back of the head. I think he's touching his ear. I hope he's touching his ear.
10 seconds.
Big elbows. There we go. Gil not giving up this takedown attempt. Staying tight on those hips. Phenomenal fight by both. Is this going to 5?
No, it's 3. 3 3-minute rounds
fight by
there.
these guys. Let's see who the judges decide the lightweight champion of the amateurs and Dynasty combat.
I really don't know. I don't know. I mean,
don't know either.
This is where this sport is so interesting and it's so subjective because, in my opinion, I'm not saying this is a fact, but in my opinion, if you look at it as a fight, it felt like Brok controlled the tempo, controlled the pace, and dictated where things went. But you could potentially give 2 rounds to Gil Martinez because that last round he controlled the whole time. So
I mean,
I don't know.
If we're looking at cage control, Gil was backing him up the whole time. However, Brok was ready to counter at all times. He was ready to plant and throw right back. He wasn't submitting any parts of the cage. He was almost luring Gil in so he could counter.
Yeah.
Volume was great from both fighters. I do think Brok edges out the first couple rounds with his grappling looks.
I agree.
Because, again, you got to bring it everywhere. You can't just expect one aspect of the game to win you a fight.
Yes, sir.
You got to mix it up.
And landed some great shots, too.
He did.
Chewed up that lead leg. And
I do like how Gil, towards the end of the third, was really weathering. And he was just, chasing that takedown, really trying to hammer home the point.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I've got control
after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' score decision. The scorecards read 29-28 for blue, 29-28 for red, and 29-28 for your winner by split decision in the new lightweight champion, Gil Martinez!
Gil Martinez is the champion.
A little quick on the draw with the hand raise was the referee. Does he know something we don't?
Here with your winner, Gil Martinez.
Wow.
3 4-minute rounds, first belt on your waist. How you feeling?
We can share.
Well, I feel pretty good. I'm gonna take the mic. I feel pretty good. I want to take a moment of silence, please. A moment of silence. Settle down. Scott Morin, our beloved head coach, sadly passed away recently, and want to dedicate this fight to him. I wish I could have done better, but it is what it is. That's the fight game. Another one. Koi Shaw, I miss you, man. Suicide is not easy for any of us. And I just want to say, if you are hurting inside, don't fucking hesitate. Talk to someone, please. because it doesn't just hurt you, it hurts everybody else. It passes the pain to someone else. Lastly, I want to thank my fucking team for getting me this fucking far. Even when I didn't think I could believe myself, they fucking did. My head coach, Dan Molina, and I wish he was here, Scott Morin, Mark, Charles, all the coaches. They got me here. My teammate, they got me here too. That's all I gotta say. Thank you.
Give it up! Your winner